Hey guys, it's Tasha and welcome to my podcast. So, this is a brand new podcast called Talks with Tasha, and in this podcast, I'm just basically going to be talking about different range of topics in different series and different episodes. So, today's obviously my first episode. I'm super excited. I have a very special guest to introduce, but right now, we're going to just talk about how I thought about this idea and all of that stuff. So, guys, obviously, this is a podcast and this series is going to be about talking about, growing up as a black girl and our struggles and our experiences and just any advice to you guys who, are growing up as well or just want to know about black culture and black girls. As a black girl, I can say there's been so many times that I've, had questions and I've wanted somebody to go to. So I thought, I'm going to make this podcast and we're going to talk about it. But this is the first series. In this series, there's going to be 4 episodes and this is my first one. So let's get straight into it. Today I have Kayana.
Hey.
Yay! It's so nice to have you on today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. I actually really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Hey, Kayana.
Hey, Tasha.
So tell us a bit about yourself, what you study, what you do. Just a little brief.
So I am 17. I am from London. I study content production with you. Great.
Perfect.
I have a podcast.
Yes, guys, make sure you go listen to that. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I'm going to put that there. Yeah. This girl's voice is unreal. I'm not even joking. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a podcast. I was a dancer.
Wow.
I do voiceover stuff. I
That's
have a
really
radio
good.
show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it all.
Trying to do it all, man.
We're trying to be successful in this life.
We're going to, literally, in this life, failure is not an option. She always says this. You put me on. You always
promise you, it's not an option.
It's not an option. We're not losing. We're not losing.
Absolutely not.
We're not.
Never that.
You always say to me, in this life, in this gen.
In this one, right here.
Right here.
Right now.
Right now. Failure's not an option. You know what I mean? It's not.
Tell them.
Right. So, thank you, Kana, for being on this podcast today. I really do appreciate it. Let's get straight into it. So,
let's dive in.
Right now, I just want to talk about, how has, life been for you growing up as, a black girl? Because, obviously, there's some struggles we're both gonna face,
course,
and in London as well. That's where we both come from. Just tell us have you had any struggles growing up as a black girl in just
in life? No, definitely.
Yeah.
I think you know what, it comes with the territory being a black girl in general, and I've moved around a lot, right? So there's a point in my life where I went to a school. I moved to an area where the school was predominantly white, right? So I was in a very predominantly white area.
Yeah.
And being a black girl in a predominantly an area where it's just
not easy.
One race, and that one race is not yours, it's definitely it's a very different experience.
Yeah, you're out of your space type of thing, isn't it?
It's definitely a different experience. It's something that you can't apprehend what it's going to be like.
Yeah, you can't prepare for it. Yeah.
You can never apprehend. You can never prepare for it. It's not something that you may obviously be comfortable with. Like me, I'm okay with adapting to different surroundings. Obviously, it comes with the things that we do. We're constantly networking.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
constantly know that when we're having to speak to different people and we have to become very comfortable with our surroundings.
Yeah.
However, I don't know, growing up, not even growing up as such, but because I was only at that school for I think about 4 years, and then obviously I've come to college. I've moved back to London for college, but going to that school, it's just some things that obviously people are quite uneducated when they haven't had to be around it. Some people think that some things they say are okay, and it's not.
It's not okay. I know exactly what you mean.
Never okay.
It's never okay. Wait, what? Is that your real hair? How long does it take to braid your hair? Stop! When they ask you wait, how was your hair pink yesterday and now it's black? How does that work?
Don't get me started.
Don't get me started.
Let me tell you, I've had so especially about my hair, and for me, my hair is my thing. So I don't wear makeup because I don't know how to do it, and I've not really had an interest in stuff in makeup. I don't do makeup, and I like clothes, but also it's not my main focus.
Your main thing,
My main focus is my hair.
You're a natural hair babe.
I try.
No, you are.
You know what?
You are.
And my hair doesn't look great now, but when I go out and stuff, my statement is my hair. Like, I'll wear a nice outfit, but like when I'm getting ready with my friends, I'm like, oh, I've got to do my makeup.
I'm like, gotta do my hair.
Gotta do my hair.
That's what I mean too.
When my hair's done, I'm ready to step out. Do you know what I mean? And so like,
if my hair's not good, I'm not leaving the house. If my hair's not done, where am I going? My hair's staying in the bonnet. My hair's staying in my headscarf, and I'm lying in bed.
Let me tell you where I'm going.
I'm telling you.
If my hair's not done,
where?
Nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere.
You're not leaving. You're not leaving.
I'm not leaving
because
anywhere.
why am I leaving? My hair's not done. What's my business doing anything else?
What would I do?
Like, what?
Why would I do that? Same way people put on socks and shoes to go out.
Right.
I do my hair to go out.
Right. Fair. Exactly.
Yeah, so like, when a lot of things be targeted around hair, and so as you said, common phrases I've literally heard all my life is, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could have straight hair. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Like,
what do you mean? Hair's over time.
Like, what? Our hair's not.
We all have straighteners. Come on now.
Come on now. You can literally get one at Superdrug. Like, just be so for real. Hair shop anywhere. Primark. Come on. Anywhere these days.
Or like, obviously, we have a very different hair routine to someone that would have type 1 hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, our hair doesn't get greasy. It gets dry.
Yeah.
And so when I be like, oh, I have to buy hair grease. Right. The looks I'm getting, people are like shooting evils at me. Like, what do you mean grease?
I totally get what you mean.
Sis, my hair's dry. Like, sis is gonna dry out if I don't if I don't attend to this situation. Like things like that. And I took a hair and beauty course when I was I took a hair and beauty course when I was at my secondary school, and this was
how was it?
Yeah, it was good, but this was at the school that's obviously very white dominated. And so being in hair and beauty, I don't know what possessed me to take that course, but even then, like, sometimes I'd feel very uncomfortable, and it's no one's fault because in that class, obviously, I was the only person of colour, like I was the only black person in there.
Wow, that's crazy. You're the only black person
in the hair and beauty course.
Oh wow.
And so
that's crazy.
Like some things like demos and stuff would be done. They'd be like done on other people, so they'd be like, oh, we'll take turns. So like some of the like they're like not courses, like exams that we had to do. They'd be done like, oh, pick someone in the class to do it on.
Okay, cool.
And then they'd be like my teacher should be like, oh, kind of like, how comes you never want to do it?
Heavy side eye.
Like
heavy side eye.
Should be like, oh, do you wanna? We're curling and straightening hair today. Kind of, do you want? Or like when they'd be like, oh, we're washing hair today. We're not washing.
We're not. No, you're not touching my hair because
you don't know.
You don't know.
And it's no one's fault, but people like not everyone's educated, and how like
exactly.
Sometimes people, you don't feel the need to educate yourself if you're never going to be put in that situation. Exactly. But sometimes you'll be like, oh, like, how do you want to wash your hair today? Like, babe, my wash routine is a wash day.
It's a wash day.
When guys are getting in the shower at 5 o'clock, washing their hair, and they're done by 6 o'clock,
you know them ones there.
I wish I could be done in an hour.
I wash my hair for the whole day. Like when you're doing your hair as a black girl, it's taking the whole day to get that done. You know, like that. Because honestly, I'm not gonna get my hair done in 2 hours. What do you mean? I want it. I want it to happen. I would say, oh yeah, I'll finish washing my hair in 2 hours.
I'd sit mesmerized by like the girls that'd be washing their hair, because obviously they do it very fast, and obviously their wash routine is also very different to ours. And so I'd be mesmerized. Like they also can't. People with type 1 hair can't put conditioner on their scalp because it will promote grease, and so their hair will get oily quicker, and so they'll have to wash their hair quicker.
That's actually interesting, because I did not know that.
Yeah, and so obviously, like when I'd be washing hair, I have to remember I can't put conditioner on their scalp. I'm literally putting it in my hair follicles.
You're
I'm trying to deeply find my scalp, and I'm massaging that stuff in. Like I'm putting that from the root down, and they're literally just putting it on their ends, because obviously our hair is extremely different.
It's so different.
So they need different things.
That's like one of the biggest things.
Things like that. And not having a hair shop in that area.
Oh, you didn't. Girl,
my nearest hair shop was 20 minutes away.
Stop. Cut the cameras.
Yeah.
Cut the cameras.
My nearest hair shop was 20 minutes away, or I had to like buy extremely expensive stuff at like Superdrug.
No, that's not Gara, because I'm walking 5 minutes to my hair shop.
My hair shop was 25 minutes away.
How did you deal with that? That's really hard. Oh my days.
Oh,
Okay, so the next question is, obviously, do you have any like, you know, advice for self-love and self-care as a black girl? Because obviously I know like you're very confident in yourself. Like obviously we can tell, I know you're so confident and I love that. Yeah. But like, was there ever a point in your life like you weren't as confident in yourself, or you just like felt insecure?
1000%.
Yeah.
And I promise you, it don't come easy. And I'm like, recently I've been a person like, like everyone just like love myself, be confident. But I think like it comes, let me think how I'm supposed to phrase this. Yeah. It comes with like going through certain things where like you've now like become comfortable with yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, like even like now, when I went to that school in a different area, I'd never so I was there for 3 or 4 years and I never wore braids, not once.
Do you see how my mouth opened? I was just like, wait, what? What did she just say?
I never wore braids, not once, because I was so cautious that I was going to come in with braids. You're going to see me in a couple of weeks without them and be like, your hair is different.
All of these like, questions, you were just like wondering.
Questions and different comments. And obviously, curiosity, that's okay. Ask me everything you need. But sometimes people don't understand how they address their questions or address their conversations that they want to have with someone that obviously they find different about them. And so going through things like that. And obviously, it's not like, not all instances were uncomfortable, but sometimes being uncomfortable, you have to like become comfortable with it. So now someone that's like, oh my gosh, like your hair, I'll answer the question, I don't care anymore, because I'm like, what about it? Like, what do you want to know?
Yeah, exactly.
What about it? I'll tell you
everything. Because like you just learn that like it's not that deep. Like it's my hair.
Honestly,
it's how we talk. Like
now it's not that deep. Or like even down to moisturizing or like certain things that I'm not allowed to do that maybe someone else like in a different culture is not allowed to do. Like I'm okay with having the conversations now, and before they used to make me so uncomfortable, and I used to be like,
exactly.
I used to be
like, oh, it was so awkward. It was so it was not. Yeah, it was very hard.
I just felt very very uncomfortable, like I wasn't supposed to be there in certain situations.
Yeah, exactly.
But now, now I still go back to that area, even though now I go to college in London again. Yeah, I still go back to that area constantly because like, some of my friends are there, and I've actually made lifelong friends there. But now people are much more educated. But let me go back to your question, because I'm deterring from it. I'm so confident being in those situations. I've now come to accept it. Now it's definitely been a long time, and I was definitely insecure for a long time. Like things like why when people can be ready or like in a matter of minutes, like people like throw their hair in a messy bun and like can just walk out. I can't. Don't
even get me started on that, because why am I spending 20 minutes to slick my hair? Why am I now getting the got to V glue section in my hair?
Or like when
the struggle is real.
When I heard comments like, "Oh, I really like your hair when it's straight." Oh, that comment.
Don't tell me that.
Put me through a lot, because I heat damaged my hair because
Seriously?
her comments that you like my hair straight, and I liked it too, obviously.
Yeah.
There's a moment in time
comments make you think that on my days my hair's better straight. So now you're going home every day, and you're straightening that hair.
You see, every morning I was going through it. My hair was bone straight at one point. Bone straight, and it's so bad. And now
it's really bad.
And now I've rectified my hair again.
And
now I'm confident just being with it in an afro. And someone now says, "Oh, like, have you ever tried your hair straight?" Yeah. That will come summertime.
Exactly. Right now, my hair is going to be in its fro. It's going to be in its fro state. Exactly.
Its first state, it's natural state, straight out the womb state.
Straight out the womb state. Exactly. Because it's going to be flushing. Like, it's going to be looking good. It's going to be flourishing, looking good.
The confidence has definitely, it's not been straight off the bat, but I've learned to be confident now in myself. Black is beautiful. Black is
beautiful. Black is excellent.
As they've said.
Black is pain. Black is joy. Black is evident. Right. So carrying on from that, we're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about some experiences we faced as like growing up. I'm gonna tell you some experience I faced. I'm gonna ask if you can relate to that, because obviously 100%. Like I feel like there's a lot of situations that we go through that is just like, damn, that will stick with you.
Like you remember for the rest of your life.
Yeah. No, honestly, have you ever been like in class, and like they've turned off the lights, and then they'll be like, oh my days, where's Tasha?
You know what? That hasn't happened to me personally, but I've seen it happen to someone else.
No, honestly, it's so bad. It's so bad. I literally, like, I remember I was in class, they'll turn off the light, and then the boy was like, where's Tasha? I said, I wanted the ground to follow me, because how are you saying that? How are you actually, like...
You know, and you just...
It's unexplainable.
Because if it's one thing people are going to have, it's actually the audacity. And
right.
so you have to look at people and be like, you're not being serious.
You're not being real.
You're not being serious.
You're not being real.
You didn't actually
say that. And it's always the black people. Like, you're black yourself. Like, it was always like in my class, it was literally always like the black people saying that, like, we are the same. We need to support each other. Like, I feel like there's a lack of support. Right now, the black community is growing so much. I love it. I love my support. But there used to be such a lack of support, especially when I was younger, primary school times. You know what it was?
It's people become accustomed to the victimizing, yeah. So some people seek validation from friends, because we all seek validation from some point in our lives. And at one point for me, it was I seeked, or I don't know, I like wanted validation from friends, and same. So I see that with a lot of other people, especially when people that are like you, they're not dominated in that area. So when there's like a lot of other people around you, and that's the friendship group that you've decided to stick with, people are agreeing with whatever they're saying. And so when my man was turning off the lights, and he's like, where's Tasha? He's looking around for people to start laughing. He's looking around for people to say, you ate. But you know what's funny?
Validation.
Them same people that you was asking if they ate are laughing at you.
You're the joke. Because what are you doing?
You're the joke. Them same people, I promise you, when they now do it to you, because now they think it's okay, because you've done it, they think it's okay. Also, when you're laughing at their racist jokes, they now think they're super funny. Let them go somewhere else.
Right.
When people start wrapping guys up, it's long for you anyway.
Long day for you anyways. Who are we to talk?
Who am I?
Who am I?
Who am I? Because I've seen it way too much.
That's so true. I feel like the seeking validation thing is so true. Like, they look for their friends on like advice, and like they want that like hype. It keeps them going. It keeps them.
They want that hype. They want that. That's okay. That's funny. That's
exactly. Because you know when someone cusses you out, and then they don't care anything, they stop. But if their friends like, they'll go again. Personally, I wouldn't have that. They will
feed in the ego.
They're feeding it, and then they just go on and on. It's like you're not eating, but it's the friends, it's the group, it's the like, honestly. And I would just say from that experience, I would honestly feel like, bro, like, what the hell? Just keep the light on for me. Like, at that point, just keep the light on for me. Like, it was really upsetting back then. Now if somebody was to do that to me, I would look at them up and down and I think, you should be ashamed.
Honestly,
you should be in this life.
What would your mum say?
You should be ashamed. What would your mum say? What would your grandparents say?
What would your dad say?
Right. What would your family say? What would your sister say?
One time, like, something similar, I was, this is at prom, I was walking back from prom. I had this big old dress, me and my friends walking back from prom, and on the other side of the road, there was like these bunch of boys, and obviously there was one black boy, and then there was just other races. I can't even remember them anyway. I try not. The story's weird anyway. So walking, and I think the black boy must have been like, oh, like, guys, you lot are walking too quick, like, put your flashes on, like, I'm scared of the dark. And this is at like 11 o'clock at night, so like, they're like, I'm scared of the dark. And I knew what they were going to say next. I knew what they were going to say. They're walking, and he goes, guys, you lot are walking too quick, turn your flash on, I'm afraid of the dark. The rest of them, it was like it was orchestrated in unison. They said, you are the dark. I said,
black.
I had to look around and say, did anyone else hear
Sorry,
that?
what?
Did anyone else?
What?
Was it just me that heard this?
You are the dark.
I said, was it just me? I mean,
at that point, it's just like, what? You had the nerve? You had the audacity?
Where do we go from here? And you know what?
It was a black person.
Of course. And the worst thing was, he's like, yeah, I know. And laughing. Why? What's funny?
What's funny? Because it's not funny. What's the joke?
You let me know the joke and I'll cue in my laugh.
You look stupid right now. You're standing there chatting was because it doesn't even make sense.
Dumb as hell. You sound stupid.
Because you know what? Yeah, nobody's actually black. Like, you know this. Oh, they can't even see it. But this black, nobody's this color. So when people say that, it's like
I said you are the dark.
You are the dark.
Oh. You didn't eat?
That doesn't even deserve a response. Like,
this is what I mean. Silence. You're hearing crickets.
Yeah, no, for real.
I promise you're hearing crickets.
It's honestly like silence.
Cue the flipping
silence. Just silence.
Yeah.
Because anyways, moving on from that, those experiences, I would just say one word for them,
honestly,
they're life lessons and they help you grow.
1000%.
They are needed, but they really stick with you. I'm not gonna lie.
Character building.
It's character. That's what it is. And I'm so happy I went through it because it's helped me come to where I am now. But at the same time, that when in that moment, I wanted the ground to swallow me. What do you mean? What do you mean, where's Tasha? I'm right here.
You want the ground to open up.
You
and just dip.
really do.
You
Like,
know what? Sometimes I
how
think
you say
this
that?
has to be a dream.
No,
Not
for
real.
real.
It has to be a dream.
Wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up. Like,
Pinch
honestly.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not awake.
Okay, so lastly, we're going to go on to some advice, yeah? So if you got any advice to, like, let's say you had, like, your younger self, yeah? And you could just talk to her like that 5-year-old Kayana who didn't know what she was into for her life. Like, what would you say to her? Advice about, like, in terms of her mental health, her self-love, you know, even when she's around her friends, when she went to that predominantly white school. Just tell us everything you would say to her. Let's hear it. I want to hear everything. The life lessons, the goals, anything. Like, it doesn't even have to be about being a black girl. Just what you would tell your younger self for advice.
That nobody cares. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
Everything that I've done.
Yeah.
Not everything that I've done. A lot of things that I do, or don't do, is because I think people are going to judge me, and I promise you nobody cares.
Nobody cares, guys. Nobody cares.
Nobody
you know
cares.
What it is?
Nobody will ask.
Yeah.
Even if they do, that it's asking out of curiosity. That moment
exactly,
will pass.
that's it.
No.
After their interaction, they walk out, they forget what you said to them because they don't
Nobody cares.
care.
Nobody cares.
They got their own finances, they got their bills, they got phone bills to pay.
Like, everyone's got things to do.
Everybody's got money to make. You get what I mean?
Honestly, that's one thing that I'd probably tell myself. Is
that's
that
such good advice. That is
live
amazing.
Life like nobody is watching.
That's
because
amazing.
No one is watching you but yourself.
Facts.
Like, and yourself is your biggest hater, your biggest champion, your biggest cheerleader,
your biggest competition,
like,
your biggest everything. It's
literally.
you, because
like,
nobody else is going to actually physically hold you and stop you from doing something.
Nobody.
Like, even when I made my YouTube channel, I remember I was like so scared. Like I was like during lockdown, I think it was like at the end, I was like literally I was talking to my sister told me the whole way, I was like, should I do this? Are you sure? She's like, Tasha, just do it. I was like, I was deep in it. I was literally like, oh my days, this is so crazy. I posted it. I tell you, I left my phone down for 5 minutes. I couldn't go on my phone. I sent the link to everyone. I was just gone. I came back and I saw the stuff. I was like, what the hell? And then a week later, everybody was just like living like it was normal. I was like, I just started a whole YouTube channel.
Yep.
They don't care. Nobody, like,
you
it's
are
not
your
like
own biggest worst enemy. Like, honestly, if that's honestly one thing I tell myself, I'm my own worst enemy, and that nobody cares. Literally, like, even start my podcast, it took months because I was like,
you were overthinking it.
Or like, even on my TikTok, I try to promote all those things that I do, so like my voiceover stuff, or like just me just living. Like, yeah. And I don't post a lot of things because I'm like, there's a lot of people watching. Yeah. But I'm like, come on now, let's actually be for real.
Let's be for real.
Nobody
cares.
So yeah, if that's one thing I tell myself in everything that you do, nobody cares, and live life like no one's watching.
No, honestly,
guess what?
Nobody is watching.
Nobody's watching you.
There's no camera on you 24/7, guys. Live life for you. Oh, that's such good advice, Kaina. Thank you so much for being on this podcast today. I'm so happy to have you. Honestly, it's been great. Obviously, more episodes will come. You'll be on it. I need to get you back on it, guys. Can you hear her? Like, she doesn't speak anything but facts. It's like everything that comes out of your mouth is just facts. Like Rex. Like, it's so good. Like, honestly, it's been amazing having.
Thank you
so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. You can stream it on TikTok. It will also be on Spotify, Instagram Reels. It's gonna be everywhere. So make sure you guys tune in. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. See you in my next podcast.